confronted him because we were filming for our new film, Truth to Power. We confronted Mayor Bloomberg 5 times in 2008. And he actually put pressure on organizations that help first responders and told them, if he keeps confronting me, I'm not going to help you. If he stops confronting me, I will help you with the Zadroga bill. I will help you with fundraisers. Now I had to confront him because he went back on his word. I left him alone for a couple of months. I didn't confront him. He even walked by me a couple times, and I didn't even say a word.
I know, and I know. And now that you're trying to get the horrible little demonic thug-like pot-bellied police of New York. I mean, it really is like out of a nightmare movie. You're trying to help them. They don't like that. They hate America. They hate goodness. They hate the First Amendment. They love tyranny, and they'll kill you if they get a chance. So all I'm telling you is maybe they don't need health care. Maybe they want to die of the asbestos. You know, this is what they want. They want to pay. They want to be scum. That's all I'm telling you.
I will tell you that the higher officials of the NYPD and everybody involved with persecuting me is corrupt. But talking to the police department, talking to the corrections officers, going through the whole process down in Central Bookings, they are really fans of our work. They were extremely supportive and extremely helpful to me as well. There's a lot of good police officers out there that helped me get through this.
I know that, but I'm talking about the ones that are framing you. And I know Bloomberg said, okay, leave me alone. I'll get them some funding. But you know, regardless, then those officers need to speak up that you were framed. You know, I tell you, they need to know there's a lot of people watching this and a lot of people looking at this, and they need to know that they're going to end up, you know, this is mafia activity. Now, when are they saying you're going to get your footage back?
They said the trial's in 2 months. They said I won't be able to get my footage back. I'm going to have to go through lawyers and the DA in order to get my footage back with official letters and official request.
You need to make a filing on evidence yourself that you need that for your trial. You understand?
And that's what we're going to try to do when we get a lawyer.
Look. The police, let me stop you.
Yeah.
When they beat somebody up on the side of the road, people sue and get the squad car footage. It's the same thing. They have to give it to you, okay? Go ahead.
I'm going to be talking about everything that happened in detail, even in Central Bookings. I mean, the stories that I went through the last couple hours were insane. I'm going to be doing a special live feed today at 10 o'clock on wearechange.org. I'm going to have to buy another camera because we don't have any cameras anymore because they're being held right now.
Okay, look, but please, look, do me a big favor. Tell me specifically some of the things that happened while you were in there.
I mean, some good things happened. I mean, they lost my files a lot of times, and even the correction officers were telling me that this is a political case. They're probably going to lose your files. They're going to try to keep you in there as long as they can, and they did. I went up to the jury, to the court trial in front of the judge many times, 2 times, 3 times even, and they said, no, we don't have your records, go back. And I had to be sent back into the Central Bookings holding area, which is like a third world prison in there. And the conditions that I endured and Manny and Anthony endured were incredibly harsh and extreme. But even inside the prison, we saw amazing, you know, police officers, correction officers, even people inside the jail. I was inside the pen with 50 people sleeping on top of each other, homeless people, cockroaches everywhere, bathroom overstalling everywhere. And even the people inside the jail cell with me.
Stay there.
This year, many of us will have to make the tough decision on what to cut back on and what's essential as we prepare for an uncertain future. In these troubled times, one of the most important things your family can have is good health. Some of the contributors to poor health are parasites, viruses, toxins, and heavy metals. It's a documented fact. 80% of all Americans and 85% of people around the world suffer from internal parasites and parasitic infection. Now, you can fight internal parasites, heavy metals, and high cholesterol naturally and safely by mixing fossilized phytoplankton powder, also known as FPP, with your favorite beverage once a day. FPP is now available to you from freshwaterorganics.com. A 2-month supply starts at just $17. FPP is so affordable you can't afford to do without. Visit freshwaterorganics.com or call them toll free at 888-949-3570. That's 888-949-3570.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people. Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Good day, Jim Newcomer from Midas Resources, March 30th, 2009. Gold opened this morning at $914.70. A 1-ounce gold coin can be purchased for $941.15, $470.58 for the half ounce, and $235.29 for a quarter ounce. That's $941.15, $470.58, or $235.29.
We've been hearing the USA has been spending money faster than tax collections. Now the government has published the document that sounds the alarm. That's right, the United States Government Accountability Office, the GAO, has published the long-term fiscal outlook document, clearly stating that the federal debt burden is spiraling out of control. This will directly affect programs like Social Security to FDIC's ability to insure bank deposits. Taxation and inflationary printing of the U.S. dollar are inevitable pressures facing the economy. Get this document free by calling 800-686-2237. The U.S. GAO has spelled it out in black and white. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
With food prices soaring to all-time highs, as the dollar continues to fall in value, what can you and your family do to guarantee that fresh, nutritious vegetables will make it to your dinner table? Garden in a Can. Garden in a Can is your source for premium, long-term storable seeds. Garden in a Can is ready when you are. Plant them now or store them for when you really need them. There are 16 large, hermetically sealed, non-hybrid, open-pollinated packets of seeds, along with detailed planting instructions sealed in a can for ultimate long-term protection. Garden in a Can. It's that simple, fresh, healthy, easy. Only $69.95 for over a half acre of safe, fresh vegetables, ready when you are. Stop procrastinating and start preparing with Garden in a Can. For more details, visit gardeninacan.com today. That's gardeninacan.com or call 866-598-7396, 866-598-7396.
Man thinks cause he rules at us, he can do with it as he please.
Yeah, we apologize to Anthony. He had to go back to class. But tonight, 9 to midnight, Burmis is going to be live here. And Luke's going to do a video simulcast at wearechange.org for at least the first hour with Jason Burmis. So he'll have it up. They'll be passing the phone around 9 to midnight tonight. Tune in on the Genesis Network here at Infowars.com. And the fine stations are picking it up for the full detail. Hear from all. I want to go ahead and bring up, you say Manny had to go. Anthony Veras is still there. Anthony, and then we'll go back to you briefly. Luke, I know you've got to go into class too. I think this is a little more important. You guys might want to miss class, but not, because the story's hot right now. Later you won't be able to hardly get your story out. That's my experience with news. But going to Anthony. Anthony, what was this like? I mean, you're a key witness, even if they've confiscated the footage and may not give it back, that they said, you guys stay here. They didn't tell you to leave, and they came back and said, we told you to leave, and they're charging you with trespassing?
Yeah, well, in a nutshell, it's just a classic setup, Alex. We came into the building, we fanned out like we normally do. The only thing that was different from this troop squad and any other was that it was a Saturday, and we had a larger contingency there. We had about maybe 15 people, which might have raised some red flags. Just to reiterate what Luke said, we were never told to leave. My instance, I had gone into the building initially, did a little quick search right around to kind of get a feel for the place. As soon as I went back outside to speak to some other We Are Change members, I was told by Sabrina, Luke is in handcuffs. At that point, I go inside, and I'm told by an elevator bank to, stay right there. And, a couple of minutes later, this guy grabs me, brings me in an office, and I'm being, really harassed. And, I mean, it's all on tape. I'm being grabbed, physically assaulted, yelling at me, telling me to turn off the camera. Just real, strong-arm tactics, intimidation. And that's what they want. To go back to something you and Luke were speaking about, they want us to back off. That's what they want. And, I fully understand the consequences behind our actions, but, they have to understand also that this is not going to make us back off. This is not going to make us back down. You know, we're still going to fight for these first responders. We're still going to expose these scumbags. And if anything, it's...
Well, look, I'm not telling you to back off. I'm just saying I would never be alone. How they got Luke and then they got you and they say, stay right there. You have to call those witnesses. You need to get their names because they may not give your tapes back. It's just so criminal to see this happening. Any other key things that you want to report to folks, Anthony?